Welcome to this short webinar in which we're going to take a look at some resources in Purple Mash that you can use to support your teaching during this year's Fair Trade Fortnight. Fair Trade Fortnight's happening between the 22nd of February and the 7th of March this year, and Fair Trade themselves, as usual, have produced a range of resources to support schools. They're all on their website here. What we've done in Purple Mash though is we've created a set of resources that tie in with the theme this year of how fair trade is connected to climate change, and you can use these resources in Purple Mash directly to set to-dos and put them right in front of the children to get some great engagement whilst we're engaged in remote teaching at present. As we get closer to Fair Trade Fortnight, it's likely that you'll see a big badge somewhere here on the front page of Purple Mash with a direct link to these resources. But as we're looking at this a couple of weeks before Fair Trade Fortnight, it's not there yet. So I'm going to have to find them another way by clicking on the topics button here on the front page, scrolling down a little bit, and here we've got a folder full of fair trade activities. Now you can see it's organised into sections. We've got writing projects at the top here. Then we've got a section which contains a leaflet, a postcard. We've got a slideshow. We've got some quizzes which tie into this year's theme of climate change as well there, and paint projects and mash cams. So let's dive in and give you an overview of the kind of thing that you're going to be able to use with your children and set directly as to-dos for them. So first up, we've got some writing projects, and in here we can see from the little purple marks in the pop-up box beneath here that this is an activity which could be suitable for children between years 1 and 6 of the national curriculum. Let's click it and have a look. So this is we've got a presentation here, and we can click on the plus button as usual to choose from a selection of fair trade goods and images connected to it. So we could choose to put some coffee beans in, perhaps like that as a close-up, and then down here we can put our writing. In here we can click on the boxes here. So we've got a box with prompts. So fair trade, what is fair trade? Fair trade aims to ensure producers in poorer countries get a fair deal. So we've got some information input there. And if I click on the button, it gives us that sentence starter to get the children going. And each of these buttons work like that. Now, you possibly know that these are customizable, and if you wanted to add a voiceover to any of these buttons to support any of your children, you can do that by clicking on the teacher hat up here, and we've got other videos to guide you if you're interested on how you can use teacher mode to customize. You can see there we've got another poster here, Fair Trade, poster 2. Let's see what this is like. So in here again, put a poster around your school, so slightly different format here. This is all writing rather than having the photo gallery in there. We can also drag clip art images in the usual kind of way, however we want. So if we wanted to put a bar of chocolate in somewhere, we can do that and manipulate that image. We can adapt it in Paint if we want to, or we can drag the corners to make it larger, smaller, and rotate it and so on. And then we can put those into our text to make it attractive. Let's take a look at the next one. Fair trade debate. Would you be prepared to pay a little more for fair trade products if you knew the money was helping people across the world? Use this worksheet to prepare a debate. Again, you can see from the dots on here that this is suitable more for year 4, 5 and 6 children, we think. And if we click to open it up, let's just take a look at the format. In here, so we've got an introductory screen here, and then we've got the points to the argument here, so encouraging the children to think about both sides of the argument, always a healthy thing to do. And we've got the word box here to support with some scaffolding, and again if we click on here we've got those sentence starters with helpful phrasing. I believe that, continue your ideas from there. So that's a really nice activity which you could use to support an online debate. You know, if you're using live classrooms at the moment, there's no reason why you couldn't have something like that as one of your live lessons. Our next activity, suitable for Key Stage 2, looking at the dots there, the deforestation news. Write a news report on the effects of deforestation and the importance of fair trade. Now, this might be something that the children don't know a whole lot about already. So we can certainly open it up and have a look, and we've got a bit of input here on the front, but it's the standard sort of format, and we've looked already at how we can use the photo gallery and the writing frame here. What if I wanted to create a to-do with that and add an input at the beginning of it? Well, there's a variety of ways that we can do that, which we've got another video about here on Purple Mash, but I'll just briefly show you the sort of idea that we've got. If I went to YouTube and found a video suitable for children in Key Stage 2, so if I aim for, say, Year 4 deforestation, and let's see, so I could find this National Geographic video here. If I've had a look through these and decided that it's something that's appropriate for the children, then I could click into the video here, and what I want to do is just grab this share link here. So I click on share beneath it, I click the embed button here, and then I want to copy this embed code here. And then what I can do is I can go back into Purple Mash, and as I'm setting this as a to-do, I'll go in here and then I'm just going to paste this embed code in here. I'm just going to put a little BR in angle brackets before it just to make sure there's a new line. And then I'll go through setting the to-do in the usual way, and I just want to show you how this is going to appear to the children, because I really like this and it's been really well received by teachers up and down the country. So I've set this as a to-do for the children in Fred class. So let's just take a quick look in there and impersonate one of them. So the video has appeared here in the to-do, and when I play it, notice that the advert that was on the YouTube website isn't here on the embedded version of it. I don't know if that always happens, but I've done this probably a dozen times now, and each time the adverts have disappeared. The children can watch this to gather information. You can even make your own videos using Loom, and if you're interested in that, just let us know on support@2simple.com. We can send you a link to that, or you can find a link to it by searching our YouTube channel for videos. We did a webinar on it previously. So this is a really nice way of getting the children to have an input here, and clicking on start takes them directly from that input video to give them ideas and into the activity. So that's a really nice way of using it, I think. On to the other activities that we've got here. We've got something suitable across years 1 to 6. Research 4 items that can be bought as fair trade products. So let's take a quick look in here and have a look at what that is. So in here, poster, 4 corners of it. Each corner we can have a different product from our gallery in here, which is great. Then the children have got the writing frame here with the sentence starters as usual. So nice opportunities there for the children to get going and create something really nice there. Then we've got a letter template here. Write a letter to a local shop to ask them to stock more fair trade products suitable for year 4, 5 and 6. Take a quick look at that one. So in here we've got a really nicely presented background. We've got the think about box here, more clip art, features of a letter for organisation there. So this is a really nice activity for the children to do there. Or a fair to an organisation that sells fair trade products and ask them why they've chosen to stock fair trade products. So that's a really nice activity, isn't it? Asking for just digging a little bit deeper into fair trade issues and why people support it. So you can see the layout of that one there as well. So some really nice activities there to get the children thinking in a variety of different ways. Here we've got an activity for years 1 to 6, present your research on fair trade. So this is a find out about fair trade and put your ideas together into a leaflet. With any leaflets, you can flip them over by clicking the green arrow at the bottom there, and you can open up the leaflet by clicking this little purple arrow that you see in the bottom right hand corner. Children quite often miss this and end up not creating the whole leaflet, and then when they come to print it out, they find that there's lots of missing chunks. So it's worth making sure that they know about these arrows on there. Something else I've noticed in here as well is that we've got the green tick up here, which is the writer's checklist. So children can use this as a list of success criteria to self-assess their writing, which is a nice feature of it as well. Continuing down the page, we've got a postcard here on fair trade, again suitable for years 1 to 6. Just take a quick look into this. So postcard is structured like this. You can put your address on here, write your postcard message on here. You've got prompts and ideas here, which if you double click these, it opens up with some ideas to think about. Click the green arrow at the bottom and you can see the picture on the other side, or you can click plus here and change it to a picture of your choice. So nice activity that is. These print out really nicely to make nice displays as well, and you can also within Purple Mash as well. Further down we've got a slideshow here on climate change, so tying into this year's theme. How are these pictures linked to get the children thinking? Then they can watch through these things, and you could use this as part of a live lesson and get some discussion going with your class, and perhaps get them to put comments into a Google Classroom live chat or a Teams live chat, or you could perhaps put this piece of work onto a blog in Purple Mash and ask the children to comment on it below that. Then we've got some quizzes here on climate tying into this year's theme. These are both suitable for year 4, 5 and 6 children. So just to give you an idea of how these appeared, this is using the 2Quiz software in Purple Mash. So if you like the look of these quizzes, you can create quizzes like this yourself. They're automatically marked by Purple Mash if you set them as a to-do, and you can get the scores from them and see how your children have got on with them in the data dashboard area. So we can go through these and you can see that we've got a variety of questions here, which I'm not even trying to answer correctly, but you can see here that we've got matching questions here, which I should really make an effort to get at least one question right on here. Shouldn't I? Think I've got that one right. There we go. Yay. So you can see this is tying into this year. Again, this could be a nice thing to use as a follow-up to the slideshow here in Purple Mash, or you could use it as a standalone if you've created your own materials for discussing and giving your children input. Another quiz here which has got different questions in it. Again, it'll use that 2Quiz. So more questions on there along the same line. Again, there at the bottom, we've got paint projects, and paint projects are sort of a bit like colouring in, really. It's where there's something already on the screen for younger children. So this is aimed at nursery, reception and year 1 children. And you can see here, there's a mug that they can do a design on, and they can sort of only colour within the lines, so they can't sort of end up missing the mug where they're supposed to be drawing on there. And the idea is that they can make a nice hot drink. It could be a cup of coffee, fair trade coffee. Shopping trolley here, so what kind of things are people buying, and maybe they could put some fair trade items in there. They could put some bananas in here, and maybe a bar of chocolate, some coffee, in response to having some thinks about that in class, and a shopping basket with the same idea. And something which is always a bit of a favourite is the Mash Cam, and this is an opportunity for children to digitally dress up and go into a bit of role play. So if we choose, these things both work in the same way, so I'll choose the Fair Trade Farmer here. Let's launch the app, and what you do with these is you click the camera at the top, you take a photo, brace yourself, and it puts you into the picture. You can then zoom in on that picture, and here we are. And then you can type in role here. And obviously, if children have got some ideas about fair trade, they will have more to say in here. So as well as producing a nice attractive piece of work which always looks great on display boards, whether it's virtual on Purple Mash or on your classroom wall, as well as producing attractive display, it's a great opportunity to see just how much the children know about what you've been teaching them. So I won't save that. Let's just exit that. And that, folks, I think is a really nice range of resources which have been customized to meet this year's sort of theme of climate change and fair trade. And also some things which just cover the year in, year out aspects of fair trade. What is fair trade? Why is it a good idea? Why should shops stock it? And why do shops stock it? I hope you found it useful. I hope you'll put some of these to good use and that you'll enjoy using these in remote teaching or in live teaching with the children that you work with. Thanks very much for watching.